on everybody, welcome back to the channel, Motorhoming Fun. As you can see, we're still at Hurston Farm Caravan and Camping Park in Swanage, and this morning we're heading out for a little wander about Swanage itself. We're going to go around the other end of Swanage today, the end where we didn't go on our first day here. Take a little look round, see if we can get some drone footage, etc. It's early morning, it's about 8 o'clock, shouldn't be too busy hopefully, so let's have a good day and come with us on our little walk. So we're just heading out of the campsite through the fields, everybody, and we'll pick up the walk when we get onto the promenade at Swanage. Well, welcome back everybody, we've made it to the promenade end of Swanage now, and we just come up to this little memorial piece here. I don't know what it is, it's probably a war thing. Swanage men and women who lost their lives at war, and that's a little war memorial in Swanage, and this is overlooking Swanage Bay. You can see it's a little bit dull, overcast today, quite nice and refreshing after yesterday's heat. Thank you very much if you took the time to watch all three parts of our Corfe Castle day out. It was a beautiful day out that was, on the steam train, going around Corfe Castle, having a look around the village and the steam train back. So if you haven't watched them already, please do everybody. There's 2 drone flights as well. They'll probably be aired a little bit later, but you know, at some point do have a watch of those as well. And that's so we're going to head over to this direction this morning. We've done the other way on our first day here, so let's see what we can find. Right, so we're going to take a right here where the road is all closed off, pedestrianised, and as I say, have a little steady wander about. As you know from Sky's walk here on Monday, dogs aren't permitted on the beach this time of year, only at the very far end near the rocks and the cliffs, so we possibly won't be doing that today unless there's something a little bit further along and round the corner. We'll just pass a beach hut. You've got the public conveniences there, you've got a little ice cream shop, right beach, fish and chips as well. We still haven't had fish and chips yet on our little summer tour. Everywhere we try to go to, well, it's been evening and we just said I can't be bothered to walk to the chip shop now, so possibly tonight or tomorrow everybody. And that, you got the Swanage Information Centre over there, and you got the Jurassic Golf, Crazy Golf as well, the usual amusement arcades which you get in these little seaside holiday towns. Right, so we're going to skirt around the edge of the beach area, I think. Looks like the town centre is going where the road is, so we'll possibly do that on the way back. Not too sure whether it'll be a 1-part vlog or a 2-part vlog this, everybody. We'll just see how much footage we get today. But we're heading round to that pier direction at the moment. Alright, so there's the views we just come from. As I say, on our first walk with Sky the other day, we did walk to that far end, but we never did get to the undog restricted area. Right, I'm a little undecided about Swanage at the moment. I think when we got here on the Monday, being so busy and the beaches just put me off a little bit. I wasn't expecting it to be quite so busy for the end of June, a work day, school day and that, but it certainly was. As I say, this is the general reason why we come out early in the mornings, everybody. Lack of people and that, which we like better. Well, you got the local swimmers there going for a dip, early morning dip. I bet they wish the sun was out now. Well, on this seafront here you got the Parade Swanage Fish and Chips restaurant takeaway as well. We've also got the Swanage Museum and Heritage Centre and the ship in the distance. So we're walking around, hopefully get to Peveril Point. I believe that's where the coastguard or the lifeboat is or whatever, and maybe a little lighthouse. As I say, not too sure everybody, but that's the general direction we're heading this morning. Sky's taking us. Once we get a little bit further, we'll see if we can get some drone footage. Oh, I believe around the corner from those cliffs, you've got the old Harry rocks. That's a lovely little visitor's point over there, right around the corner. I know I've seen some people's drone footage and it does look amazing around there. Unfortunately, we won't be doing that. It's a little bit far to walk for us, and we're not going in the motorhome. Another little cafe area, G White's. These will all be open later, everybody. Right, so we'll continue round. This guy's saying, Dad, let me in the water, but I really don't want to let her in case it's restricted still. Right, we're heading round to this little pier section. We just stopped and had a nice little chat with a lady in a camper van and that. Right, everybody, so that's the pier over there, and they want to charge you £3.50 for a little wander through there and that, so that's a little no-no from us. So I think we're just going to go around the outside and get some drone footage from above. Right, apparently it's a charity and it's for the pier little restoration, so as I say, we're not going to do that, everybody, so we're going to take a little wander up to Peveril Point now. I'm not too sure what this was in its day. You got these two columns. Right, there's a little track up there, or one around the edge here. I think we're going to go around here for a little wander about. We can get some nice views from here. We'll just show you the views back towards Swanage. You got the sailing club down below. So as you can see, all you're doing is paying to walk along that little pier structure. Right, so we come across this little beachy spot. It's a sailing club private beach. Oops. And we'll see if we can get some drone footage soon, everybody. Right, this guy's saying, Dad, can we have a play? One more. Good morning. It is a little bit cooler, isn't it?
I went to Hampton Court yesterday, which I haven't.
Oh, right, that's a fair little way, isn't it?
Yeah, 34 degrees.
Right, We'll continue round, everybody. Quite a scenic little walk this. We just had some more drone footage above, so I can see roughly where we're walking to now. This would normally be covered, a lady's just told me. We're on low tide this morning, so it's better for walking. You can see we're letting Sky have a little wander about. You can see it's really dull, overcast. They do say it's possibly going to pick up later this afternoon, a little bit more sunshine. At the moment I'm contemplating whether to go home a day early tomorrow now. We've seen all of Swanage today. As I say, we've been away nearly 2 weeks now, and I think it's time we headed home and that. I know it's another day, we paid the campsite, but we'll see a little bit later and that. Right, so I think round the corner we have got the lifeboat station, and there's probably some coastguards buildings. And what would that be like? A bit like an old church tower up there. Well, apparently that is the old Wellington clock tower. Trying to read it, the tower was originally built in 1854 on the entrance to London Bridge as a memorial for the Duke of Wellington. Some years later the tower was started to obstruct the increase in traffic into London, and it was brought here in 1860. So they dismantled it and brought it all the way to Swanage. Right, come on, this way. This guy's saying, Dad, come on, let's have a look. So here we go, everybody. She wants to see the views like everybody else, I guess. So you can see a bit of scaffolding up at the clock tower as well. Right, so you got the lifeboat station as we walk round. Not too sure whether we can keep going around this way or not. Morning, mate. Come here, Sky. Good girl. So this is the Swanage lifeboats. Well, you can see just a little small lifeboat in there. One of those almost inflatable ones and that, so they obviously don't need anything too big in the bay. You got a visitor centre and a shop. And this looks like a bigger one as well. Probably the bigger lifeboats in here. You got the ramp. Yes, there is in there. RNLI 13/13 and that, so there's your bigger version. And there's a view down the little slipway. Right, pathway. Well, after the heat of yesterday at Corfe Castle, this is nice, cool, refreshing. Certainly better for the dogs and animals. you probably did see yesterday, we did walk a lot on the grass around Corfe Castle, and obviously we was in the train as well, so, and she had plenty of drinks as well, but as I say, nice little day. We can probably just about make out Old Harry over there, the rocks, the very white rocks. We're about 2.5 miles in at the moment from campsite. We've been walking probably about an hour and a half at the moment. Just a nice steady little walk today. Right, so there's the amazing Swanage in the distance. We're just going to go around the corner now onto Peveril Point. We're going to have a little look at the coastguard station. Well, can we get up there? Possibly not. We possibly have to go round. Right, that way does look inaccessible. No, so we've got to find another way up, everybody. That way, yes, we probably could have climbed the rocks if we hadn't got Sky and that, but we'll find another pathway up to there. I'm sure we'll come across one. Right, we've seen some steps here. This way. We'll have a wander up here. We'll soon see if it's private property or not. Up. Right, made it. That was a good little spot, that, finding those steps. This is the National Coast Guard Watch, Swanage. Right, little information centre there. Weather, shipwrecks. This area is covered by remote surveillance camera, marine craft. So there's a few seats up here, you can watch the world go by. This is the information centre. As you can see, just a few books to read. There's a camera looking out onto the bay. There you go, more views of Swanage. And you got a little memorial there to Bill Perch, 1955 to 2020, age 64. Obviously this was his little spot, I guess. Right, I thought there might be a little lighthouse on the end here, but obviously not. I was under that impression, but we'll keep walking. I think these are what they call the Downs. So Peveril Point. So as I say, this is Peveril Point Lookout. If you wish to train as a watchkeeper, please talk to these duties, the duty officers in the lookout. Right, lovely little bay this down here. We'll probably have a little wander up to the top there slightly, views back down, maybe get another bit of drone footage in, and that'll be the road back into town. Welcome to Peveril Point and the Downs Local Nature Reserve. Right, so we've come up onto the Downs now. We'll go a little bit higher up. There's possibly another pathway back down, I would imagine, down into Swanage. Right into the distance there does look like there's a little castle over there. Well, looking at Google Maps, I believe that's called the Great Globe over there. Now you can walk over there, I'm not too sure in distance how far it would be. It's looking a good mile and a half. There's some signposts coming up, so we might be able to give you some more accurate information. Right, so according to the signpost, you got Swanage half a mile, Old Harry Rocks 4 mile, Duldeston Head and Castle 1 1/4. So that's not too bad, everybody. So possibly we might do that.